3 of the day. On the left-hand side, we have Start Slow, Then Taper Off, I think is how you say their name. Over on the opposing side, we have Maniacs. We've got over on the side of slow to start, we've got, or slow start, then slowly taper off. Sure, whatever. We got a Urel, Vala, Nubarak, Orpheus, Stukov. Over on the side of Animaniacs, we've got a Varian, Zul'jin, Karazim, Mei, and Li Ming. Let's go ahead and start that prediction. How many stacks for Zul'jin by the end of the game? We are going to be looking for 150 You Want Axe stacks. Of course, that also could be correlated to 30 as to this number. But either way, let's go ahead and pull away Zul'jin. Let's go ahead and get into our bottom lane, and let's see what our first engagement looks like here. Animaniacs is such a good show. I agree, Tree Leaf. I never fully finished the new one that they did. What was on Hulu, I think they did? Did a whole new... like Animaniacs season, which was, from my understanding, pretty good. I saw what looked to be a Souls game on GOG that looked interesting, Steel Rising. I was watching someone play that this morning, and the person emphatically said not to buy it. They literally said, they were like, this game is not worth the money and the content you're getting. Apparently the game is like $50-something on PlayStation 5, and it's like $60 of DLC. And the dude I was watching on stream like was emphatically saying like, don't buy this. Like he was saying to play Thymisa instead. There's some other game that was popular like a month or so ago that everyone was playing. But yeah, I was hearing not a lot of positive about the Steals something game. Anyways, that's a lot of gambling on the stacks. Never got around to finishing either. It starts off pretty good. It does start off pretty good, yeah. You lose your memory. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like Thymesia or something like that. Thymesia? I don't know. Yeah. Either way. I have not heard good things about that Steel Rising game. Not heard good things about it. Fenrir is going to be able to back away right there. A little bit of damage back and forth. 4 stacks, by the way, for the Zul'jin. We got a High King's Quest Varian. We all know what that means. It's gonna be Twin Blades. Maybe, one can hope. Maybe we'll see Colossal Smash, maybe we'll see Twin. Twin wouldn't be bad for this map. Annoying against the Mei is she would just blind you through a lot of your autos, which then you couldn't heal through, but still. Maybe the Steel isn't finished Rising yet. It says Steel Rising is a good game, not a great game. The guy I was watching is a pretty big Souls, like, speedrunner, Souls, like, dude plays a lot of Souls games, and, I don't know, I believe his opinion. He was, like, really not enjoying the game. Which we all know, like, those people that are, like, dedicated, like, Soul players, like, they'll play the One Reborn and be like, God, the One Reborn is such a fun boss. And it's like, no, it's bad design. So if someone who's like, yeah, dude, Bloodborne, 10 out of 10, beautiful game, amazing, even though it runs like dog shit, and it has some really bad bosses, if that dude's saying that Steel Rising is bad, then I would definitely believe him. Because it's very rare when those people admit that, like, there's something wrong with a Souls game. They're just like, oh, no, it's okay, it's okay. I mean, like, all the other bosses are amazing, but, you know, that one boss, it's okay. Metacritic? I don't trust Metacritic. I make my own opinions for myself. I mean, didn't all the critics say that the new Lord of the Rings show is amazing, and then all of a sudden the Lord of the Rings show took away the reviews? Granted, I understand that, you know, people are being racist and bigots and awful and stuff like that, but I personally don't think that the Lord of the Rings show is like, it's the most amazing thing on earth. I don't think I think the reviews are a little oversold, to be honest. That's my opinion on it. It's not bad, but it's not like some grandiose, like, oh my god, they've reinvented the Fellowship trilogy in all of its glory. Nah. It was getting review bombed, but it also was getting true reviews as well. And those don't correlate to I mean, go look at Rotten Tomatoes. How many movies are out there where, like, the reviews are, like, 90-something, and then, like, the average, like, user review is, like, low, even though it never got review bombed. It's just, you know? I don't trust the critics. I don't. Dislike the Gadria arc right now. Everything else is cool. Guess I'll take a look into Diablo Immortal. Yeah, make an opinion for yourself. Honestly. Diablo Immortal does have some fun aspects to it. Are there paywalls? Absolutely. Is the game Whoa, Sir Watson, what are you doing, bud? That's a little too deep there, friend. Are there paywalls and stuff like that? Does the game really, like, pull money from people? Absolutely. But did I have fun playing it? Yeah, I had an okay time playing it here and there. It was a fun little thing to play on the side from time to time. Sometimes critics are right, sometimes regular people are right. That's true. That is very true. Look, I'll say this. Let's say, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that's coming out. Let's say Nintendo approaches me and says, there's a new Splatoon game coming out. We'd like you to play it on your stream. Let's just say, hypothetical. Do you think I'm going to say anything negative on stream? No. Regardless of whether or not I like the game, I'm not going to say anything negative because I want that sponsorship in the future. Much like how these critics also want to continue working. Some critics will give absolutely honest reviews and some will just say, oh yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely. So I usually, like, when it comes to, like, games, like, I talk to people on Twitch. The people playing the games. I watch them play it. I listen to their opinion when they're playing it. Can you make a predetermined signal for when you get a sponsored game offer that it sucks? Yeah, if I blink 3 times in a row. I'd like to remind everyone that critics are regular people too, not a monolith. Yeah, but also some critics are bad. There's that. I mean, just like regular people, some critics are not correct in their opinion as well. Big lurking arm out is going to set up the double kill. Zul'jin at 10 stacks currently. 8-1 in kills, 10-9 in our levels, and we are 7 minutes in, and we are getting into, I believe this is our second Immortal phase of the game. I've done north of 800 game reviews for 2 different sites, and I am a bit bored of the critics versus the real people versus influences. They're always correct in their opinions. Well, yeah. I'm right, you're wrong. It's the internet. Zul needs to get axing and stop swimming in a pool. I mean, he's 7 minutes in and he's a third of his way through his axes. I think that's pretty good, right? A third? Yeah, a third. That's pretty good. I mean, it's like here's the thing. Yesterday, we were talking about Mortal Kombat 1995. I enjoy that movie. I think it's fun. I think it's a good time. People aren't gonna like it because it's, and they've never seen it too. They'll just base their opinion like, well, most video game movies are bad, especially from that era. Look at Street Fighter. So because Street Fighter's bad, the Mortal Kombat movie should be bad. No, there's no correlation between the two. Zul is very committed to his stacks here. Bone Wizard and friends will be clearing out the Immortal in the top lane. Second Immortal for the side of slow start, then taper off. And we see the Immortal moving into melee range. We've got a little bit of that Blizzard out from the Maid to push back the enemy. Kerosene with some punches. Did go into healing build. Did also go healing totem at level 4 as well. Not a common thing we do see. Oftentimes it is the block totem. We do have that big lurking arm. Great follow-up. Double kill. Over to the side of slow start, then taper off. Zul'jin maybe getting his stacks, but this is still 10-1 in kills. Either way, that's just my opinion on it. I do my best not to go by the reviews and just try and, you know, when it comes to games, there's so much There's so much available content on the internet that it's not hard to just be like, all right, well, let me just go watch someone play it for a little bit, or let me go look around and see what the actual people streaming it are talking about. I think that's a fantastic way to get an idea of what a game is really like. Good counter kill coming out from Li Ming. 0 Day is going to be able to get a little bop right there. Zul'jin trying to chase in, but cannot sustain the chase. Is Ragnaros the best hero in Heroes of the Storm? Probably not. Remember when people used to think sequels are bad? I mean, there's some sequels out there that are just not good. Look at Mortal Kombat. The second Mortal Kombat movie, 1997, that is an absolute travesty of a movie, and I'll admit it. That movie is god freaking awful as a sequel. Anchorman 2? Nah, didn't need to happen, really. There's some jokes in there that are funny, but like it literally feels like 3 incomplete movies just mashed together. 2 or 3 incomplete movies like mashed together. Oh, definitely. Like if they made a sequel to Talladega Nights, that would be such a dumb thing to do. But there are some sequels that are absolutely great. I mean, look at like the Die Hard franchise, in my opinion. Like those are all great sequels. Alien sequels, those are all fantastic. Resident Evil? That's just bad. It's also possible for something to be good, but not for you. An example, I love horror games, but bad at them and watch people play. Yeah, exactly. I'm not good at fighting games, and I watch tons of people play fighting games. Am I good at it? No. Do I like watching it? Yeah. I like watching a very skilled player. It's like people who watch college or NFL football. Like a lot of those people, like they could just go outside and play football, but instead they want to watch some really talented college kids or some really talented professionals play the game. What's the difference? None. It's just one's more culturally acceptable. All right, lurking arm out from the Stukov. We've got real big Dill on the left-hand side getting just chased down by the Varian. We'll be able to back away as we do have this third Immortal phase up and available. We do have real big Dill going in. There's going to be a great burrow charge in from Xeno. Another double kill to the side of slow start, then taper off. Talladega mornings, Talladega brunches, Talladega afternoons. I really enjoy the Sonic Forces, and I've hated Sonic since Adventure 2. I think like, if we're talking about Sonic movies, like, the first Sonic movie was pretty successful, the second one was pretty good, like, yeah. But of course, that's all opinion, like, I'm sure there's people that love all of the Thor movies. I don't. Oh, speaking of movies, we're so off topic already today. Speaking of movies, I saw literally last night, I was scrolling through Twitter, apparently Netflix literally just typed, I think they tweeted out, like, it's Morbin time. And I don't know, does that mean Netflix is getting the rights to Morbius? Is Morbius going out to Netflix? Because if so, that's great. Dive in, that's a Varian to get annihilated right there. Nubarak to be traded, 20 stacks on the Zul'jin as they are trying to defend this Immortal that is pushing through the bottom lane. Third Immortal of the game, dealing significant damage into structures actually, as we can take a look. 746 damage standard. That's nearly 1,500 damage into structures per auto attack. Spin on to Mr. Sparkle. That's a Hungering Arrow, doesn't get the extra chase as the dash away is allowing the Kerosene to back off. The Immortals should get the keep here. I don't think they really need to stick around any longer. Though 0 Day is stepping in, looking to maybe jump in with that Urel. Jumps on top of Bone Wizard, gets the, I think that was the Voodoo Shuffle? Yeah, the Voodoo Shuffle right there from the Zul'jin, allowing him to be able to back away. And 0 Day and friends, they actually get the kill onto the Mei. We do see that ensnare attempted from the Zul'jin. Massive shove from the Stukov. 17-15 inner level, 17-3 in kills. Top lane has Catapult arriving towards the keep as the Stukov looks to go grab a camp, maybe with the help of Orphea. Google says yes, Morbius is on Netflix. Is it already on Netflix? Like it's already there? Because it looks like I need to host a movie night. Invite some friends over, tell them I have a great movie for all of us to watch. Well, if the Oracle says it's on Netflix, then there we go, all right. It's on the trending now list, I can imagine. Yrel pops the Ardent Defender, Cocoon onto Li Ming, Burrow in onto Zul'jin. He goes down at 24 stacks. Karazim punching around as well, lurking arm out from the Stukov. It expires, drops another, has the low blow from level 1. And that's a Divine Palm onto Mr. Sparkle, but he is not that shiny. Is he? Mr. Sparkle. Quadra-kill over to the side of Slow Start, then Taper off as they're 21-3 in kills. 15 minutes into the game.
We immortals shall return before long.
Someone actually sent me, what was it, Bimpy? Bimpy sent me a literal copy of Morbius. I have a Blu-ray DVD digital combo pack. I can watch Morbius in 3 different formats. I literally own the movie. And I watched it. I went to the P.O. box and like the day I got it, I watched it. And I laughed my ass off because it's that enjoyable bad for me. It's that enjoyable bad. You should watch all 3 of them at once. No, because that's like Bloody Mary. You don't want to do it 3 times in a row, you know? Or like Candyman, or like Beetlejuice. Sir Watson. I thought Sir Watson might be able to get away right there, but a bop from Yrel will confirm the kill. Zul'jin still getting those autos out. 26 stacks currently. Can I look really quickly and see what he's at? He's at 133 out of 150. If you say that, no, it's not if you say the name. It's if you watch 3 versions of Morbius all at once. That's what you want to be afraid of. Cocoon onto the Zul'jin. We have got Zero Day chasing onto Django on the right-hand side. May does go down, crushing jaws on the bottom of our screen. And that is a dead Karazim. I thought he got the Divine Palm. Looked like it was a self-cast, ooh, lurking arm! Low blow! It looked like it was a, self-cast, W. What is it again? What's the W? Breath of Heaven. Yeah, it looked like a self-cast Breath of Heaven. Alrighty, let's go ahead and pull this away. We'll see if Zul'jin can finish his stacking or will the core fall rapidly. Crushing jaws out from the Orphea. We have Sir Watson trying to auto his way through all of this. Bone Wizard sticking in the Hollow Storms. I think this might be a close one here, ladies and gentlemen. GG, well played. Map 1 goes over to the side of Slow Start to then Taper off. Hey, Hydra, what's up, bud? All right. How many level 1 stacks for Zul'jin? 149 or less. 149 or less. The payout has been made. Doubters get paid. Threw my points right in the trash? That's not correct of a statement, my friend. Your points did not go in the trash. Your points went to 2 others. Your points were awarded to 2 other people, all right? Rob Dog and Ram. Rob Dog and Ram got your points. See, it's not trash can. Unless you're calling Rob Dog a trash can, then that's just mean. Then that's just mean. Because he's not a trash can. It's a cutie patootie. Also, Rob Dog, how's Mojo? How's Mojo doing? Wow, rude. Okay, Costanza. Who's Costanza? Who's Stanza? Finally got a game after 10 minutes of queue and then someone dodges. Thanks, Storm League. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Alrighty, let's go ahead and update our scores. Team score left side is up by 1. He says grandparents with the wife, no AC, and the humidity is insane, but all the work is at home, so commuting to my house to work and then going back to in-laws for AC. Wow, damn. Your house doesn't have AC? Is that a common thing for the Seattle area? It's very common for me. It's very common where I live because, God, is it fucking hot. All right, let's see. Fenrir, okay, that looks good. Ah, you're still in San Diego. Okay. I thought you had already done the move for some reason. I don't know why. Alrighty. Let's do a boss prediction. Which team gets first boss? SSTTO or AM? Alright. I'll get us into game. I will introduce the teams, and I'll start the prediction as well. Let's go ahead and get into this, everybody.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division D East matchup of Slow Start Then Taper Off versus Maniacs. We got ourselves a map number 2 in our second best 3 of the day. On the left-hand side, it is Slow Start Then Taper Off up in the series with a Dahaka, Malfurion, Zeratul, Joanna, Cassia. On the side of Maniacs, they've got an Alarak, May, Whitemane, Malthael, and Falstad. I'm going to start the prediction right now. You got 2 minutes. Which team will get the first boss of the game?
3, 2, 1.
If you're near the coast in San Diego, no AC, unless you're in a newer spot. Interesting. Remember that my friend tried to get Essential Air installed but couldn't find anyone to do it? I got a quote for an AC to be installed in my house, and it was $9,000. $9,000. I worked in construction. Android 18 might get punished right here. Condemn doesn't connect. Bone Wizard slowed. Malfurion root. Good silence. There's a sleep. There's a shield glare, and the telekinesis to get him out. Yeah. That was a piss off number. I work long enough in construction to know that that's a number you throw at someone when you just don't want to do a job for them. And if they give you the money, then they're an idiot. Well, maybe not an idiot, but yeah. Great drag onto the Whitemane, who is locked down by the Malfurion's roots. First blood goes over the side of Slow Start, then Taper Off. Oh, yeah. I was funny because I talked to my dad, and he got a brand new furnace and AC in their house. Granted, you know, this is Michigan versus California. But they got a brand new AC and a brand new furnace for like $5,000. And like, it's not like, they're pretty big units. Like, they have like a base, they have like a 3-story standard house in, you know, suburbs of Metro Detroit. So it's not like it had to be a small furnace or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like, Yeah, it's about 50,000 Morbin bucks for installation. Yeah, sure. I dream of the day of getting an HVAC installed. I have heating. I just don't have cooling in my house. So I would love HVAC, but I just have the heating portion. Because if I'm not mistaken, HVAC is heating, ventilation, and cooling. So I think it's both. But either way, I just gotta figure out a way to cool down the house a little bit. Especially when it's all smoky outside. Good double root from right. Doesn't look like any sort of extra damage will come through. We just have a little bit of lull right now in the game as we have some double soak from the Zeratul, Dahaka's pushing up the top lane. Overall, a lot of pressure through the bottom, and this is the right call from the side of Slow Start, then Taper Off. Bottom is their boss lane. Nice sidestep, but the W doesn't get the kill. Real big deal, might be able to get out of here. Tries to get out. The snowball does get the kill. Open the windows. Why would I open the windows when it's like 85 degrees outside? That's not what I want to do. No. Also, it's like 80 something degrees outside, and it's like we have smoke blowing in from a fire 20 miles to the west of us. So not only is it just hot, which you're also, based on thermodynamics, you do not want to open up your windows when it's hot outside and you're trying to keep the house cool. The big thing you should do in those moments is close all your blinds. and then wait for the cooler portion of the day. Yeah, you're gonna want it so you open the windows at night and you trap in as much cool air as possible, but all these houses, I live in a mountain town, all these houses are built to sustain heat. So when it gets hot during the day and the house gets hot, then it just traps that heat in. And getting it out is the hard part. Leave your fridge open. Hey, would you like to pay my electricity bill? Get a swamp cooler. I really want to get one of those AC unit thingies that just like you exhaust out of the side of your window. I just want to get one of those. Not a window unit, but like the standing like floor units that you can get. I just want to get one of those and then just like exhaust out of like my kitchen window or something like that. Condemn from Joanna slows down Android from stepping in. Zeratul gonna back away right there. Brush talk in from the Dahaka right in front of the Malthael. Will he, or not, excuse me, the Alarak. Will he get the drag? A lot of telekinesis value. Big hammering in from Django. 25 stacks. There's a drag onto one. It's gonna be the white main once again. Android 18 getting low. Malthael steps in as well. No 10 talent here on either side. Nice telekinesis will interrupt the drag. There's going to be a follow-up kill. 114 sadism for the Alarak. As I'm curious where he's actually building that out, because he does have Show of Force level 4. So he's got a couple ways to build that out. He's got he's got 6% from takedowns and then 8% from Show of Force. Okay. So he can get another 24% from takedowns, and he can get another 22%. No, 12% from Show of Force, because Show of Force is 20% total. There's some really nice ones. Oh, absolutely. They're just expensive. And I just spent $500 on my season pass for Veil, so I really don't have spendable money. Also, we're at the tail end of the summer. Like next week, like starting Sunday, it's gonna be 70 degrees outside as the high. So I think we're done with summer, which is, I always get to this point in the summer and I'm like, see, I didn't need an AC unit, but then like 3 weeks ago, I was just sitting there like sweltering in my underwear. Running the car AC in the garage may work. You're full of great ideas. These ideas, I mean, the White House should be picking you up or NASA should be picking you up for some of these ideas. Malthael will use his level 7 Consume Soul. That's gonna be that, or excuse me, Touch of Death. There's gonna be, you saw that little healing reduction on the Zeratul, but Zeratul doesn't have any healing attacks at this point, does he? It's just damage, yeah, he doesn't have any, it's not like he has, like, rendered cleave, I think it is? No, that's not right, that's the damage over time. Did I miss the gamble? Oh, you did miss the gamble, yes you did. The fall goodies are already here. Pumpkin patch scented Febreze. What does a pumpkin patch even smell like? Great Valkyrie onto the white main right there. Man, white main is getting bullied in this game. 3 deaths on her. All right, channel on the left-hand side. This will be the first over to the side of slow start, then taper off. Neither team with a boss just yet. Got to fight over this bruiser camp right now. Condemn onto 1. A lot of damage, and that'll be made a fall. Camp still being contested. Alarak pops the counter-strike. Is there a drag from Dahaka? Yes, there was. Bone Wizard with the telekinesis trying to get away. Bone Wizard loses the sadism. Sir Watson gonna get dragged here as well. Feeding Frenzy, level 7 value. Falstad gonna split and get the fort in bottom lane, so at least there is that consolation prize. It just smells like pumpkin spice. Pumpkin patches do not smell like pumpkin spice, okay? I've been to enough pumpkin patches as a kid and as like a teen and a little bit as an adult. They don't, they just smell like, it just smells like fall, if that makes sense. At least the ones I've been to. It smells like dirt and plants. It doesn't smell like pumpkin spice. Could you imagine you go to a pumpkin patch and you reach down to get your pumpkin, it's all like wet, and you smell it, and it smells like pumpkin spice latte. And it turns out they've been misting their pumpkins with pumpkin spice latte flavored scented water. That's the future we're heading towards. Mr. Sparkle looking, oh my god, these Valkyries. This just absolute abuse of white mane. Dear Bandit, I like hots. Hey Berserk, what's up? They called it a pumpkin patch to set themselves apart. I'm upset. just looking in the bottom lane as Zero is going to be pressure. Ooh, great drag. Good pull. And that will be the barrel out from Falstead. Does have the level 4 hammer gain. So he's got, what is it, like 20%? 20% of the damage dealt, yeah. For Breeze, sponsorship denied. No, you know what kind of sponsorship I want? I want a Greenie sponsorship. Well, I want a Corsair sponsorship. I want a Greenie sponsorship. That way we can do a Greenie segment every time I stream. And we can do the Greenie segment of the day. Sponsored by Greenies. Where I feed Bandit a dental treat. And that's it. Yeah, that would be, see, that's the sponsorship I want. I don't play Falstad, I play Failstad. Less shield from Joanna. Big Condemn comes in. There's going to be the Divine Reckoning of Whitemane. Cassia comes in with the Fend. Does have the, not War Traveler, War Matron at level 13 for that protected. We do have the Dahaka going down. Xeno stepping in. Sir Watson. There's a Valkyrie trying to pull the Malthael back, but he still chases in. This is looking like a really good turnaround moment to the side of Maniacs. Top lane, though. All right, here's the curse. Here's the curse. What are they able to do with this? Zeratul in mid, pressuring Android 18. Falstad, does he... Oh, actually, right cancels... Or excuse me, I think it's Ritlu. I think it's Rightlu maybe, either way. Siege Giants in top lane, looks like real big deal. It wants to just clear out the mini waves, so the Siege Giants might take down the fort, but Android 18 will be here to slow things down. Mid lane, little silence on Dahaka. Coming out from the Alarak. Drag. Whitemane still is the Giggle Beam on Django. Xeno steps in, but it's mostly just a presence sort of threat. Maybe Condemn? Okay, I was looking. I'm like, Blessed Shield is up and available. There's the Blessed Shield onto Alarak. Whitemane's the target. Valkyrie connects onto her. Gust out from Falstad saves things for a moment here. And that'll be the end of the curse, though. Over here, Zeratul, he trades into Malthael just as the last rites come through. Nice. Nice little trade right there from the Malthael player. We have 16s coming up on the horizon. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers once again. See what the mid to late game data looks like, as the mid is going to be opened up by the side of Maniacs. Yes, Giggle Beam. Yeah, it's Giggle Beam. She's got friendly Giggle Beam, and she's got enemy Giggle Beam. Green for friendly, red for enemy. Uh-oh. We might see our first boss here over to the side of slow start, then taper off. Sex teams and Giggle Beams. I wonder how often players, when they watch back the VOD, just roll their eyes. They're just like, please just cast the game. Stop talking about Mortal Kombat 1995. It's not that good. I wonder how often that conversation, that thought pops in people's heads. Dahaka burrows into the ground really quickly, doesn't have the Lurker Strain, he's going to try and back away, does have the Enhanced Agility, drops the Isolation onto the Malthael. The boss is leashed, 50% on that one, as we do have a Tranquility out from the Malfurion. We do have the Divine Reckoning out from Whitemane, but Falstad will still fall. Sir Watson getting a little bit low here. Last Rites is available if he can find a target. Doesn't seem like there's a target just yet. And actually, there might be onto the Malfurion. He does get a heal at the last second. Dahaka in the backline getting blinded by the Joanna. We still have Cassia on the boss. Cassia is still on the boss in this split sort of fight. Mr. Sparkle so very low, almost going down the right side of our screen. Double boss play. The double boss play does come through, and Alarak will lose his sadism. Is there a way to double pay out the people that believed in slow start then taper off, because they just got a double boss, and that boss is going to find quite a bit of value. A curse is available through bottom. Things are spiraling out of control here in favor for the side of our blue team. Slow start then taper off, as they will have the double boss. They will have the Whitemane to fall. They will have the curse. Actually, the double boss does expire. Falstad flies in. Falstad gets dragged immediately, and that's the slam jam from the boss. Good, my children, good. Take the boss. I honestly really good invade onto the boss right over there. I like the brush talk in from Dahaka. It's a good split attention. Like that Cassie was able to solo that on her own, and everyone was so just kind of peeled and picked apart on the side of Maniacs. But now here we have a slow start, then taper off, looking to take down a keep through top lane. Could this be game ending? There's a root. There's a great Valkyrie as well. Alarak goes down. Sadism reset if he had any. We do have Mr. Sparkle and Sir Watson looking to back away. Last rights is available. Hammering out from the Falstead. Xeno steps in. There's a drag onto Whitemane. Will she get punished again? Doesn't look like it. She actually walks into the sleep. She walks into a sleep, but the self-heal is good enough. Django is trying to clear out the boss. The core shielding has fallen, and so will the HP rapidly. Django's the target. Barrel rolls into Malfurion. Zeratul with the cleaves, with the kill. And ladies and gentlemen, our second best 3 of the day will be a 2-0. GG, well played.